All right, girl. Hey, girl. Hey, let me go over here to Facebook and let me make sure we are showing
Okay.
here. Let me share this out as well.
Okay. Let me see. I'm up over here.
Okay, awesome. I am up over here. Sorry, did I hit that? I just want to make sure it wasn't me. Okay,
Well,
share. Did you put that up? I don't know if it was me or if I accidentally tapped it.
I think I did, but if it's not supposed to be up, then
Oh, go
it's
ahead.
not.
I don't know. Go ahead.
I don't know.
Show it,
Well,
girl.
anyways. Because it goes up right here. Oh, we could take that down. Hey, Shanika, happy Wednesday.
What's up, y'all? Happy Wednesday.
This is one day I usually get right because it's like Wednesday. I constantly tell myself, in the morning, it's Wednesday. Don't forget, girl, because I'll be like, it's Tuesday and I forgot. But anyways, today we're gonna be talking about being mothers in business. And what that really looks like. How do you think it had an impact on your family as being a mother in business, opposed to you having a job?
I think I do. And I think that what being a mother in business has done for the family is helping excuse me, just 1 second. Sorry, Bryson is back there like having his way. That's being a mother in business, right? I think that what it has done for me and my family is breaking what we have traditionally thought as a way for us to earn money, right? From the culture in which we come in, being African American, it has not always been that we have seen women in business, right, make a living for themselves. And now being able to have a space to be able to show my children that they can make a way for themselves. They can go to school, they can be educated, but they have exactly what they need to give them the freedom that they want in life. So, yeah, how's it been for you and your family?
I think it has actually been amazing. I share with you, I'm going to be going to Texas for a week because this grandma get to go babysit. And had I had a job, I would have had to ask permission to have a week, and it wasn't like I had time to really plan it out, request vacation and things like that. So it would have been one of those. Here I am as an adult asking if I can have a week off to go and be supportive, um, and take care of my grandkids for my daughter while she works because they're on spring break and they're little, so they can't stay home by themselves. They have to have somebody watching them, and she's out of state. So it's kind of like, who's going to watch the kids? Those are the things we don't think about, though. When we get up and we move, we don't think about, oh, well, when I have to work and they're out of school, who's going to have them? In the summertime, they'll be here. But what about those times when school is out and she still has to work? So that came up last week, and she was like, I'm going to need somebody to watch the kids. So it's all arranged. I leave on the 12th. I'm staying for a week, and that is something that I've always wanted to be able to do, just being working. And like I said, I don't have anything against people that work, because that's really how I survived. That's how I took care of my kids, and that's why we were able to have the lifestyle that we had, is because of a job. But now that I'm in business, I feel like I gained so much of my freedom and so much of my time back that now I am able to do the things that I normally couldn't do. Because remember, I shared with you that it apparently really hurt my feelings that I couldn't make my daughter's, that's 24 years old now, first day of kindergarten. She's 24, and I still talk about that. So that must be something that really bothered me. But I don't have those issues no more because I can make the decision to go and come wherever I like to. It's just a matter of me catching a flight, packing up my computer, and I don't have to cancel my appointments. I don't have to rearrange anything. I'm business on the go. Let's go and catch a flight and be there. So for me, I think it's made a very good impact, a positive impact. I have my minor child, she's seeing mom doing something different from going into a job. So she knows, okay, I have the ability to do something different. Because a lot of times our kids, or even at me as a kid, we only do what we see our parents do. And both of my daughters went into the medical field, and my boyfriend asked me, he said, "Do you think they're going to nursing school because you're in the medical field?" And I was like, I never told them what to do, but it's what they saw me do. So it may just be that our kids see what we're doing and they kind of follow the trend to do that. So I know just being in business, I'm setting different guidelines for my daughters. I'm allowing them to see that there's things different out here. You don't have to go to work if you don't want to, and you can be successful with your own business. I think that's where a lot of people really get caught up at is, yeah, you can start a business. Most people, they don't think they can't. Is will they be successful in starting a business? Will they be able to maintain and pay their bills and provide for their family? That's where it gets tricky at. Starting it is not the hard part. It's the being successful, the scary part of what we call security, which our jobs are not security because they can lay us off at any time. And then that's when we're stuck. You know, when you provide for yourself, you have a way. And like me, I can sit here and I can map out what bills I need paid, when I need them paid, and I can put a strategy in place and say, hey, I need to have a sale. Okay, I have ebooks, I have business plans, I have programs, I have coaching calls, I have all these different things that I can utilize when I say, okay, oh, money ain't looking right this month. I need to put on a sale because I have the ability to say this is 50% off this month. Who don't buy stuff that's 50% off? 99% of the time, you're going to get people to buy it when it's on sale. Um, so when you have your own business, you have the ability to just be more creative and you can control your income a lot more. So being a business has been a blessing for me and my family, I think.
Absolutely. That is amazing. And what I hear is that when you were talking is really this thing, like we talk about our children and we talk about, like our dreams and our goals and our aspirations. Sometimes what I ask myself is because when I think about my future, right? I think about my future, I think about the jobs I have held, I think about all these different things. Will they really give me what I need? Will that give me what my children really need for
Mm-hmm,
security? And I think we as a whole, we have to start looking at who are the millionaires, the billionaires, and the wealthy people. Are those people typically the workers? Meaning, are they the employees of organizations? Just think about anybody who you follow, right?
mm-hmm,
Are they, if they're a millionaire, if they're making money, if they're earning, are they the employee? What we find is when we're thinking about generational wealth, I don't, about you, you talked about the blessings of your family, you talked about that impact of that traumatic experience of not being able to show up for your children, right? To be there because you had a time constraint to be somewhere else to create stability for them,
mm-hmm,
right? So when we think about that and we think about these things, now are they bad? Like you said, it's not bad, right? To hold a job, to get the things that you need to get done. But why don't we put that same energy into growing our own businesses? Because although we may work for someone else, which isn't a bad thing, we we are the thing that's going to change our family structure, not the
yes,
organizations and what we look for. And when you look at how wealth was probably created in the past or what people told us to do, go to school, get a good career, right? And save your money, do all these things, live in all these restraints, and then you will live well. But how many of us really
mm-hmm,
are set up to really live well with our current jobs, especially with inflation that is here on the
God,
rise, where savings accounts are being depleted, where we are picking and choosing what type of sports and activities that we're going to engage our children in, because now the cost of food is even more expensive and we got to feed
mm-hmm,
them. But why don't we decide that I have exactly what it takes to change my family structure, right? It
yes,
takes work to be able to do it, but why not I do it? Like, what am I leaving for my sons and my daughters? What type of role model am I leaving for them? And when we
mm-hmm,
talked to Anaya today, like listening to her perspective, and just to give y'all a heads up, she's uncoached. I had no previous conversation with her prior to whatever Nakia asked her tonight, or things that is in her own thoughts in her own way of things that she's observed. I wish I had a me when I was her age. I wouldn't have waited until I was 30 something years old and life had knocked me down to decide, right? She get to choose right now. I mean, she bothers me every other day about
Yes.
starting her t-shirt business, right? But it's I just, I'm trying to struggle with that let you be a kid kind of thing, like let you earn money. You can help me here. But just thinking about that, you know what I mean, and the longevity of things. So just tell me when you're ready for it and I'll grab her.
Okay. Yeah. I'm definitely big on the kids starting their own businesses. So much has just changed in how I think about a lot of different things. Just being, because you really don't think about this type of lifestyle for you or your kids until you're actually dropped into it. Um, because I didn't plan any of where I'm at. I just was kind of, it was kind of, I prayed for some things and this just happened to be the answer. And in that, I've created businesses that I'm passing down to my grandbaby and my daughter. With the spa bus, and I keep telling you something I'm not letting go. I'm gonna keep doing it because it's a vision that I want, but it's not for maybe it wasn't for me, but it's for them. And I can totally see my little 1-year-old grandbaby, running her own business, running her own spa business. Grandma's behind it, auntie's behind it, but the face of that business is going to be her. Um, so definitely making sure that we have something that our kids can leverage and have of their own is huge. So, and that's why I asked you to bring Anaya on. My little 16-year-old daughter, she up there on her phone. She's bashful, kind of, so she wasn't feeling the camera today. But when I asked you to bring Anaya on, it's because I see her in motion. I hear her. I hear her. I hear when we're talking. I hear in the background. She's little she's like she's just she's amazing. So that's why I wanted to talk to her. And I was like, I wonder what impact we have on our children. And when they look at us, what do they see? You know, it's just really because we're not kids anymore. And so it's kind of like, okay, what do my daughter see when she look at me? What does she think about the work that I do? When I asked McKenna the other day, she's like, I don't know exactly what you do, but I know you work on the computer and you can go wherever you want to go. I was just like, okay, so maybe I should be a little more like, hey, come and see what I do. And invite them in so they can actually see, because they see that they see that we're doing things, and they probably hear our conversations about us running a business, but do they really know what we do and what it entails to run this business? Or do they? We don't definitely want to give them the mindset either that, oh, my mom ran a business, it's easy, she stayed at home and I can do it too, because that is not the truth. Don't want to give them that false um illusion that they're not going to go to school or they're not going to go to work because they're going to start a business because my mom done it and it was super easy, because this is not easy at all. A lot goes in it. Sometimes 80-hour work weeks go into this. We're up early, we're up late, and we're doing the work behind it so it looks easy to them and looks fancy to them. So we definitely have to make sure that we're teaching our children. If you're in business, teach our children they can do this, but it is work. So yes, let's bring Anaya on. And Shanika said it's the best decision she ever made. It is for me too. I am just really blessed. Blessed for the opportunity. Hey,
Hi.
cutie. How are you today?
Good.
Good. How old are you? I already know. You 8?
The camera's right there.
What?
Will you eat? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was eating.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, am I interrupting your dinner?
No.
So what do you want to do when you grow up?
I don't know.
Why you get in front of the camera?
I really don't know.
You don't know what you want to do when you grow up? Well, what's one of your big goals?
Mm,
Do you want to be a nurse? Do you want to be a business owner? What do you want to do? Oh, now you don't know?
It's okay.
No. What are
Okay.
you talking about?
Just like when you grow up. So you think about, okay, let me ask you this way. So when you are Anaya at, we say, 25 years old, what would you love to be doing in the world? Okay. All right, that's fair. All right.
Okay.
Maybe ask her the next question, Nikki. She's
No,
shy.
she good. She can go and eat because that's what Kenna didn't want to get out either. It's okay. We'll catch you later. I already know because I've been hearing you. I'm always on the phone with your boss, so I always hear you.
Let's ask her this. So what is like having a mom who runs a business? What is that like for you? Does it inspire you in any kind of way? Does it inspire you to want to be a business owner? Girl, she is flipping. She going way other south today. Seriously. I thought you said okay. I'm just gonna tell you for the people, just to so that you can always be truthful and honest when you sharing your dreams and aspirations with other people. Well, you said that you didn't want to work for anybody else, that you wanted to be a person who put people back together in relationships. Is that what you said? You
Yeah.
okay? So why are you acting shy when you're on here? Your voice is the thing that's going to set you free. All right. Do you have a business desire that you want to open?
Yeah.
What is it?
The t-shirt business that we were gonna launch.
Okay, so you want to launch a t-shirt business. Why do you want to launch a t-shirt business?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Go finish your dinner.
Thank you, Miss Anaya.
She acting real kind of special tonight.
But you know what? It's okay because she is 8 years old and I
Yeah.
am 44. And look how long it took me to get on here and talk to people. I could
No,
talk
that is true.
I could talk to people sitting next to me all day long about what I want to do, where I want to go, all my big dreams. But you turn on this camera and I would totally freeze. It'd be like, and like I told you, even with the class that I took, oh goodness, the speaking class. How many times I will sit there and be like, oh my God, my turn is coming up, and like two people. I'll tell the teacher I'm going to the bathroom, but with all my stuff. I mean, where you go with all your stuff? I was out of there. I didn't want to get up and speak to people. And this is as an adult. So being a kid, getting on here, you don't know who's on here. You know, it's like I'm on the camera. It's scary. So
Can I ask you a question? Can I
Uh-huh.
ask you a question? Because I had a student. I promise you that y'all stories are so freaking similar. I was just having a conversation with her yesterday, and she was just giving me some insight into who she was, right? And I just want to unpack, like, what is this of reason of why maybe perhaps that you felt like when it was your turn you was counting. She said that she would count. So her issue was that if she never wanted to read aloud in class, right? Very intelligent woman today, and she said she would literally like count the students that was before her and knew when her time was coming. So when her time came, it just so reminded me of you. She said when her time came, that she would get up. Would it be right before it was her time? She'll get up. She'll go to the restroom, or she'll go to her car, or she'll do whatever it was that was appropriate at the moment to help her deal. Now, thinking about the evolved Nikia today, looking back, I mean, you're now on lives, hosting workshops, coaching people, helping people um, build generational wealth, right? That takes a lot of talking, a lot of communicating, a lot of reading. What do you think was the big difference between then and now? Help me with this because I want to make sure I'm on point.
I really think I cared too much of what other people think. I cared how I sound. I cared if I messed up a word. Um, and it was really lack of confidence. It was, I didn't think I read as fast as other kids in the class. Um, Lack of confidence is just like, well, because I even now I still don't like how I sound, but it's like it's nothing I can do about that. But I hear a lot of people say, oh, I don't like listening to myself because I don't like how I sound. So I think that's like a common thing. There's nothing we can do about the way we sound. We have to talk. So just keep doing it. um and I nowadays I know I like over study, I over research. So when you actually talk to me or when I talk to you, I know what I'm talking about. I don't have to look at papers. I don't have to have notes. I might, notes might help me stay on track, but I don't need those. And even when I did my PowerPoint, I did that PowerPoint and I'm like, oh, this is cool. This, I got this nice fancy PowerPoint. I ended up just talking. Before I know it, I'm like, oh, click, 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 click. I did all those already. So for me, it is important that I know what I'm talking about, and I'm well educated in the field that I'm trying to help my clients in, so that I don't feel like I have to rely on a bunch of resources that I have to go back and look up and fumble through and read. Because that was my thing. I used to write a note. They say, oh, you can have a note card. I would write as small as I possibly could, put as much as I possibly could put on there. But then I'm trying to read it and I'm lost trying to find things. So it's better for me to really know what I'm talking about. That way I can just deliver it in a more natural spiel. So, and that's the thing when you're reading a book and you have to read out loud and you're told, oh, we're going to just go down the road. You don't know where you were going to be. So you didn't have time to study that. So you immediately be like, oh, I'm going to be like paragraph 5. Let me find paragraph 5. You don't even know what they're talking about because you're busy trying to rehearse your section. So when you do it, you're not really reading it. You're just reciting what you remember. So she may just have some issues with confidence and worried about what other people's going to think and feel. Or like for me, I feel like I didn't read as fast as the other people in the classroom. And I may not have sound like they sound. I may messed up the words. And now I kind of just don't care. I'm just like, I mean, I'll do my best to get it right.
Right.
But if I mess up, I'm human and I'm gonna keep going. I'm not gonna just log off live and it's like I'm out of here. Sometimes I might feel like that, but I've learned to like just when you feel like it's going somewhere that because sometimes you get in a conversation and then it kind of go left field, you be like, okay, let's wheel this back in real quick and then start over.
Right. Well, that was one thing that I told her in talking to her with just the work that I do and working with women. Sometimes we don't realize because confidence or the lack thereof of confidence kind of rears its head in a multitude of different ways, right? And in that, we try to look for validation. And in our validation, we find ourselves comparing ourselves to people who are around us, right? Somebody put comparison in the chat box. So we compare. And that was kind of like what you said. That's what I was kind of telling her is because she wasn't confident in her own abilities, right? Not that she wasn't magical, but she began to talk down what she was capable of or make herself feel like she was inadequate because she compared herself to a false reality, which was the people around us. Where sometime in life do we tell ourselves things that we're not great at because we're trying to compare ourselves to someone else? Like some of us are comparing our beginning to somebody's middle. Yeah. Some of us are comparing our beginning to someone's end, right? And we compare up, meaning we compare down, we compare laterally, but comparison is a paralyzer because what comparison says is, hey, you got these 2 pins here, one's red, one's yellow, and clearly one must be better than the other. Well, why couldn't the yellow be just as great as the red and shine in its color and its magic and do the exact same job, do it adequately and do it impactful, even though it is a different color? Yeah. Right? This is red and yellow if you don't see the difference. But I shared that with her and she was like, thank you so much. Right. And so she was evolving and she was just being more confident in her test taking strategies and things of that nature. But it's just really, really amazing. I think that one, being able to see women work through those things, helping women be able to get through there, and then being able to see them excel. Like your story, somebody listening to this right now probably would have never ever thought it was it. And even like you said, like, hey, I'm X, Y, and Z age and I'm still getting on here just as Anaya was nervous at 8. Well, I'm nervous too. But I can handle it differently because I believe in my message. I believe in what I'm saying. I'm certain about the thing. My hands may be sweaty. I may stumble a few words. I may not pronounce the words correctly, but I can still do it. So we got to stop. We got to look at where are we great at and not comparing ourselves with that.
And see, this as a mom, I would take that and be like, okay, she wasn't comfortable with getting on talking to them. And so then I would probably go back and try to figure out why. Was it because you're on camera? Because I hear her talk all the time. So I know she's not shy, but is she shy to the camera? You know, and kind of, and then, you know, because like she said, she don't know. But then when you asked her, she told you the t-shirt. So those are things we know. But what stopped her from saying it today when she got on? And so those are things, and like even me, it's like, okay, I need to go figure out why is she scared? And maybe now, because this is the life, this is technology, this is the life. We can't be scared to show up on camera. I mean, you can be, but we got to work through it. So even I have to deal with her and be like, okay, well, even if you have a job, it's probably going to be online. by the time you get into the workforce, is whatever you do, computers is going to probably be a huge part of the future, even more than it is now. So you're going to have to get used to showing up online, get used to talking in front of people. And if they're having those same issues, because sometimes we don't realize they have because they're talking to us, they're comfortable with us. But how are they going to be when it's time to present to other people? So that's something as a mom, okay, let me go backtrack and see how I can start fixing this now. Maybe start having her recite things a minute or two, just so she can start get comfortable, because my daughter is not shy, but she's bashful, and she didn't want to really come on here and talk. So I was just like, and I didn't think I was going to get that out of her at first, but then she did, and I was like, well, I'm not going to force you, but now I want to go and kind of see how can I start getting her used to doing different things, doing things differently from how she's used to doing it, because this is going to be a part of her life, and I don't want her to have to struggle as much as I did when I had to say, okay, you got a business now, and now you're going to have to start showing up online. So if I can kind of see what the issues are, or if it's confidence, because for me it was confidence. So if we got some confidence issues, let's start working on those confidence issues now. So I think this was even though they didn't come on and share the things that we wanted them to share, I think for both of us it was kind of like okay, now I see where I can probably go and see what's going on. If it is confidence, let's boost that up. What can we do to get them to where they're not scared to come express who they are, what their dreams are to other people? You're on mute.
Okay, sorry. I said I agree. I absolutely agree. Absolutely, absolutely. So Miss Nikki, in the chat box, I put the link. Do you want to tell the people what we got going on Friday if they want to join us for a conversation before I head over to the clicks call?
Yes, you
at
are.
6 o'clock.
And
Sorry.
I will be over there in a minute. We are cutting it short today, you guys. We got some stuff going on.
Right.
We got a lot of stuff coming up for you guys. Friday, we are inviting you guys over. It is a Zoom. It's going to be on Zoom, so you have to register, and the link is in the comments.
No, you have to copy it because I don't have access to write it in the comments. So I send it to you in a private chat. So you'll have to grab it.
Now let me see. You got me doing some extras. If you need to log off and head over, that's fine. I will. Okay. I see the private chat over here. Okay.
Yeah, so we are going to be having a 21st century woman kind of conversation on your journey of becoming iconic. Like speaking about real roundtable kind of table talk of the things that women are facing right now in business. One thing I think that me and my good circle of friends who are having purposeful, wealthy, and powerful conversations. Y'all, if y'all ain't in a clique, y'all be missing it because y'all, we be talking about all kinds of stuff. But I really got some good friends who are women of purpose, women who are wealthy, women who are powerful. And we are talking about the things that are hitting us in this 21st century woman and going after our dreams and propelling us forward. So Nakia and I want to get you on the Zoom to have this conversation, a roundtable discussion where you're on the Zoom with us and our good, wealthy, powerful, engaged friends and have a conversation. So Nakia is going to drop the link for you all to join. You will need to register for it. It is Friday. What time do it start, Nikki? Sorry,
Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So this is going to be a real conversation, y'all. Get your wine or whatever you like. I'm going to probably have my tea. Or a margarita. Maybe I'll do a margarita. But
girl, wait a minute. Nikki coming up. She getting there. Margarita, pop in. Come on.
But yes, you guys, this is definitely a conversation you want to join in. In order to be successful in business, you have to start getting around other like-minded people that's doing things that you want to do. You have to. You can't do this business thing alone. You can't feel like everybody's out to get you. You can't feel like everybody's your competition. That is not the case. To be successful, you really need to build some meaningful communication, connections with people, get in the right communities with the right people, and start collaborating with the right people. I'm like, I waited all my life for friends, and now my friends, we get to catch flights, go on cruises, be on beaches, hang out, have real Fun. Um, so yeah, join us. The link is in the comments. You have to register, and we look forward to chatting with you guys Friday, 7 p.m. We try to make it to where you guys are home, off of work, business is done. You can sit on the couch, grab, hey, put your pajamas on, whatever you want to do. Get comfortable and grab your whatever drink, popcorn. I attempted popcorn the other day and I burnt it in the microwave. But anyways, come have a conversation with us, and we will see you Friday.
All right. Thank you all for tuning in to our Mommies in Business session. We're so grateful to have you here in the community. Stay connected with us. We got some really hot things happening in 2023. This is the year of the iconic woman. Become the woman that you need to be. Become her. Be purposeful and intentional about it. All right, ladies. I'll see you all over in the click. All right, Miss Nikki. Take care. All right.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.